Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. My name's Nick, and this is my match reaction after the 3-1 defeat at home against Manchester City. I was over there today, arrived 10 minutes late because they closed the bloody Here East parking where I've always parked. So I had to go and try and find somewhere over near Patney Wick. Was got frustrated in the end, was just going to dump it on the yellow and take the parking ticket, but decided not to. So parked miles away, walked to the stadium, got there about 10 minutes, 15 minutes late. So I've since seen the chances that Manchester City were that they had. That I mean, they literally peppered our goal early on, didn't they? You know, great saves from Areola, a clearance off the line from Souček as well. Haaland missed a fucking open goal. You know, it should have been 2-0 down by the time I got there. And it was all City. But look, before we get into the game, when I saw the lineup, I was having a conversation with my son en route to the game. And when I saw the lineup, I saw Areola, I saw Soufal, I saw Souček, and I saw three problems. And this is what I said to Ben. This is what I said to my son. I said, well, I think not Areola. I'm talking about Aguerd. Sorry, not Areola. Aguerd in defence. I saw Aguerd, Soufal, and Souček. It's been a long day, and I said there's three problems for me now. Aguerd has got a serious issue with playing as a defender in this type of system, where you need to have 100% concentration the whole time. He's not a backs-to-the-wall defender. I've said it time and time again. He's a progressive defender that was brought in to play when we were going to play a higher line because he's got that recovery pace. He's not a blocker. It's not what he does. He ain't great in the air. You know, his attempt to head the ball for Alvarez's scope for their second goal was fucking pathetic. It put Areola off. There were some good things with Aguerd as well. You know, he played some good passes. He made a couple of good tackles, but he switches off. And when we play in this way, when you park the bus, which is what we did today, when you park the bus and you gift the ball to a team like Manchester City, you've got to have 100% concentration, or you're just going to leak chances. And leak chances we did, you know. I've heard people on other channels kind of, I don't know, it's almost like, oh, look, it's Man City. It's Man City, you know. You can't. They're the best team in the world. Look, no, that's all undeniable. But the fact of the matter is, we see other teams push City harder than what we did today. Now, I don't really know what these people saw from that game today. They're saying it could have gone either way. It could have gone either way. Now, they had 69% possession, which I know not a lot of people put anything in. But I'll tell you what you can't ignore. They had 29 attempts on goal. To our 6, 15 of them were on target. To our 3, it was not a fucking close game. Areola was our man of the match again. He was our man of the match again. We had a period of play in the first just before we scored, and it looked like the players just took the ball by the horns and started to retain the ball. We pushed further up the pitch. We went from a low to a mid block. Then we just kind of got the ball and we started knocking it about between ourselves. We looked really good for about 5 minutes. We started creating things, and that was when all of a sudden Soufal found himself the other side of Doku. I'll get onto Soufal in a minute, but this is you know the one good thing that Soufal did today was he actually look. It was a good cross, but he was completely unpressured. There was no one challenging him. You know, Doku was caught half a kip. He got behind him, and he had acres of space in front of him, but he put in the most beautiful cross. And James Ward-Prowse finished it lovely. It was a lovely header from James Ward-Prowse, a really good goal. But like I say, I'll get into Soufal in a bit because I was not happy with him. So I saw Aguerd as a problem. I saw Soufal as a problem. And I thought they're just going to target him, you know. And I've heard people say, oh, you know, Doku's going to do that to every... No, he ain't. Doku ain't going to do that to every fucking fullback. I mean, why on earth, after what Doku did to Soufal in that first half, Why there wasn't a change made at half-time to address that, I don't know, because that was clearly what they were doing. He had about 60 to 70 touches, Doku, coming down that side. They were targeting Soufal was a weakness. You can't tell me that Kera, who's got more pace and who's snappier in the tackle, wouldn't have been better suited to dealing with Doku. Of course he would. You've got Mavropanos, who can play out at right back. He's in good form at the moment, you know, just off the back of scoring his first 2 goals for his country. I just don't understand why we came out in the second half with Soufal, because you could see what was going to happen. I don't get that. So that was the first mistake. But anyway, look, I know I'm bouncing about a bit. I'm a little bit scary. I've had a long day, and I've had 2 pie and 2 mash afterwards in Kelly's down the Roman Road. That was nice. It made the trip worthwhile. But no, look. We go in at half time. City is starting to grow into the game again. Well, not grow into the game, but after our goal, they're getting loads of chances. We go in at 1-0, really, really happy. Obviously, you know, fucking hell, this is great. I don't quite know how it's 1-0, but you know, I'll take it. Areola had made some absolutely worldy saves. But you could tell that they were obviously going to come out and go at us again in the second half. And they did. They tore out the blocks. And I swear it was straight from kickoff, wasn't it? You know, just sort of blinked and there's a goal. And it gets worse the more I watch that goal back. Soufal is just terrified of Doku. He may as well have not been there. Defensively, Soufal resembled a fucking traffic cone. He was no more challenging to Doku than an actual traffic cone on the fucking floor. That was not even like amazing from Doku what he did there. It's probably one of the easiest fucking goals he's ever going to score. He's running and you've got Soufal moonwalking. Didn't even... It wasn't even like a great shift inside onto his right foot. But Soufal just did nothing. He was just terrified. Stayed in the pitch, of course. But again, you know, so 1-1, bang, you think, all right, fuck me, this is going to be a long half. And they just blitzed us. We did have chances. You know, they pulled off a great save from a corner, you know, that we had. James Ward-Prowse whips in a corner. Great header from Zuma. World-class save from Edison. So we could have got another goal. We could have. But they could have. I mean, if they'd have scored 8 goals, we couldn't have complained. That was how many saves that fucking Areola made. He made so many good saves, and they missed so many good chances. I mean, that one early on, that fucking Haaland steered past the post, it was almost like an open goal. Alvarez hitting the post from a set piece. It was frustrating, and it got worse when we made the changes with Benny and Kudus, because he took Antonio off. Now, I've heard other people now criticising Antonio. They've picked on him because he fucking burst through on goal, absolutely roasted their defender, but took a slightly heavy touch. Edison was off the line like a flash. And he could have got the shot away quicker, but there ain't many other strikers that could have even done what Antonio done in the first fucking place. He was a threat. He was occupying them. He was drifting out wide to the left-hand side. He was causing them a few problems. He was a bit of an outlet for us. The minute he went off, the game was done. The game was done. Nothing was going to happen at that point, you know. Kudus went out wide right. Bowen went down the middle. Absolutely fucking pointless. He's not a striker. It didn't last long there because they soon brought Danny Ings on and shifted Bowen back out to the right and moved Kudus into the 10. And we had Benny out on the left. But we had nothing. We offered nothing at that point. You know, from the minute Antonio went off. And I know people are criticising Antonio because he gets all this shit because they expect these players are just kind of... They look at the way we're playing and then they'll target Antonio because he's not scoring goals. We're not creating fuck all. Whatever Antonio gets, he has to create for himself. You know, that was always going to happen. And I think we got away with one today. I think we got away with not being embarrassed because that probably should have been a lot heavier defeat. Let's be honest. We could have had another goal. You know, 8-2 might have been a fair scoreline. I don't know. If you look at it on the balance of, like I say, if you look at it on the balance of chances, though, 29 to our 6, that's efforts on goal, and 15 on target to our 3. it was not a close game. It really wasn't. And I said this before the game. I said that you park the bus like this, it's going to be a problem. And Thomas Souček, what the fuck does he even do? I know he was standing on the line when they had that chance earlier on, and he sort of nodded it off. I swear that was his only contribution. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what else he did. I think maybe he was booked unfairly for the tackle. I'm sure he got his foot to the ball on that one, but he's just. I don't know what he brings. I don't know what he brings. And to accommodate Souček, you've got to push Paqueta out to the left. Even though Paqueta didn't really do that, he was pulling himself inside a lot more. But like I say, there was a period of play after about 30 minutes where it felt like the team themselves took the ball by the horns and just held onto the ball for a bit, and that was when we looked good, and we showed that we can be a passing team. You know, City hardly touched the ball for about 5 minutes. We was out passing them. We can do it. We can. But you could see that the game plan was reinforced after half time because we came out and straight away, you know, it was a waste. We were the architects of our own downfall. It was a shame Alvarez going off. It was, like I say, that was a shame because it felt like replacing Alvarez in that central midfield with Souček. Like I say, you just looked like there's a fucking great hole there all of a sudden. And that's what I mean. Souček ain't even really a great blocker. He's not. He's not athletic enough. He can't track people. You know, he's too cumbersome. So, yeah, I just very frustrating watch again. It was a great goal, great moment. Really enjoyed that. You know, winning at half-time buzzing. So that was good. That was good. But up to that point, it was just hard to watch. There was no atmosphere over there at all. None. There was none. It weren't like toxic or anything, but there's no... People try and get songs going, but nothing carries. You know, it's just dull. You know, I got to the stadium late. On the approach, you can hear fuck all. Couldn't hear anything. To be fair, I approached towards the away end and I couldn't hear the Man City fans either, and they'd just almost scored 2 goals. So I don't know what they was doing, playing fucking Snake on their phones or something. But you can't hear anything. The atmosphere over there was dead. And that's how it's going to be when you play this way. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, Man City wouldn't have had more chances than they created today if we played more progressive football. They had 29 fucking chances with us sitting 10 men behind the ball. If they'd have had a more clinical day, it would have been well embarrassing. So why not? We show what we can do when we attack teams. Why not just have a go at them? Why not have a go at them? I'm never going to understand this. I called the low block as being bollocks before this game. I did. Against Man City. Because they've got the craft to unlock a defence. And we've got defenders that are not capable of concentrating like they need to in that type of system. Mistakes will happen when you're under that much pressure. They will. So, yes, look. The mugs are in. Teabagging. Moyes out. So you've got that on one side. And you've got the Claret and Booze. Claret and Brew logo on that side as well. Lovely mugs, actually. Really impressed with them. I completely forgot that I ordered these. And they turned up on match day. So, yeah, what we're going to do, we haven't got a store or anything like that, and I don't think we really intend to be quite honest, but as a one-off, we'll probably do these. If there's enough interest in them, what I'll probably do is I'll find a way of taking orders for them. So you'll place your order. We'll let you know what the cost is on Sunday night. You place your order. Then what we'll do is we'll probably leave a window open for about a week, and then we'll just order them all in bulk. They take about 3 days, 4 days to get printed and get delivered, and then we'll just bang them all out. So there'll be, from the time you pay, there'll be probably a 2 week to 3 week turnaround. But yeah, they are very, very nice. So, I mean, if we'd have beat Man City today, there wouldn't have been much of a market for them. I've got to be honest, but I'd rather we would have won. Jesus, you know, killed my accumulator. Absolutely killed my accumulator. I was silly to put us in it, really. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Look, Man City are a great team. They are a great team. But we shouldn't be accepting of playing the way that we play today against them. I think whenever we've done really well against City before, we've kind of gone at them and we've pegged them back. That's what we've done. This obsession with this fucking low block now. And like I say, it looked like there was a bit of a rebellion after about 30 minutes from our team because we just had a period of play where we kept hold of the ball. We played a bit of a possession game. You can see stuff like You remember when Areola's the key thing that I liked about him when he came in, apart from his amazing shot stopping, was his distribution. He was so quick with his distribution. There's a few times today where there was once where in the first half where Paqueta's gone, he's got the ball and he's about to throw it out. Paqueta's calling for it, and then he checks himself and he's like, no, and he starts bouncing the ball. He's been told to slow the fucking distribution down. That's what Moyes doesn't want the ball going that quick. He's like, which is mad because we're a counter-attacking team. But you can see consciously now, Areola, have a look at the way Areola is now compared to where he was when he came in. His distribution was rapid. He used to fucking launch the ball out really, really quickly and get us on the front foot. Not now. Slow down. Slow it down. Don't panic. That's just... Things like that irk me. Yeah, I didn't expect us to win today. I mean, I felt optimistic this morning. Optimistic that we was going to have a go at them because it's a bit of a free hit, isn't it? And if you're not going to do that against Man City, because, you know, if Man City are on it doesn't really matter what you do in a sense. You know, you're not going to win. But that was just ridiculous. It was we made it like to a degree. That was almost like when you set up like that against them, you're almost setting it up like a training game for them. Attack versus defence. See if you can get through us. You know, I know we had a few chances and we scored a goal and we had a few chances, but they absolutely blitzed us. They did. The stats don't lie. Anyway, look, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like on it. And yes, I will see you on Sunday night when we do our player ratings. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, for me, Soufal, shit. Aguero, just not for this system. Souček, you wouldn't have even known if he weren't on the pitch. We wouldn't have been no worse off. Yeah. Go on, you irons. See you later.